In this video, let me talk about SEBI LODR regulations. LODR stands for Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirements. Please note, earlier, this is a very new law which has come in the year 2016 FAGAND and 2017. SEBI has come out with this LODR regulations, Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirements. Prior to this, please note, if any company wants to place its securities in stock exchange, in the sense like if a company wants to enable it for the securities to be traded in the public, one of the important thing is the company has to list its securities in the stock exchange. For the purpose of listing the securities in the stock exchange, one of the important documentation requirement is that company has to enter into listing agreement with Securities and Exchange Board of India. Please note, listing agreement was a huge document. Prior to 2016, it would had lot of clauses, like 55 clauses was there in the listing agreement. Each and every clause was stipulating lot of conditions. The practical problem was, whenever Securities and Exchange Board of India wanted to amend the listing agreement, we have around 15,000 odd listed companies in India. All the listing agreement was supposed to be amended. I have to call each and every company, they have to come sign the amendment listing agreement, all that. So that practically it was very, very tough. So now, after this listing obligations and disclosure requirement regulations, listing agreement is being simplified. Only one undertaking the company has to sign is, I will comply with the provisions stipulated in SEBI LODR regulations. SEBI LODR regulations also specifically talks about, in case of a listed company which has listed its securities in the stock exchange, what and all mandatory compliances it has to do. Some of the important examples let me take you through. One is, every moment there will be shareholding pattern which keeps on changing in case of a listed company. So every 3 months or every quarterly shareholding pattern has to be submitted. Quarterly financial results has to be submitted to the stock exchange. And whenever there is a board meeting, in that there is an impact on the increase or decrease in the share prices in the stock market, the results of that board meeting has to be intimated. Record date and book closure related provisions has to be intimated. And then whenever there is a major decision taken by the company, say merger, amalgamation, that has to be intimated specifically into the company. So like that, it is a checklist driven, and LODR regulations is also a very important regulation. And in the career of company secretary, if he is working for a listed company, he has to comply with the conditions stipulated in LODR regulations. It is important for exams as well as for the profession of company secretaries.